Hello everyone, I am JVN Dr. Muhammad Miraj Alam, Assistant Professor of Economics, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In this section of video, I will discuss remaining part of the liberalization, which is the part of economic reform taught in a paper of a B.Ed second semester, Indian economy. In the previous video on the same topic, I was briefly discussed about the what was the economic reform, what what was the liberalization, what circumstances and crisis forced to India to liberalize their economy, and uh, what is required for the liberalize for any economy. All these things I have discussed in length in my previous video on liberalization. Now, in this video, I will discuss more about the liberalization policy which was adopted in 1990s to make the Indian economy globalize. Okay, a liberal policy adopted on both domestic and external front aimed to counter the financial crisis during early 1990s include the following measures. There were some policy measures adopted to counter the crisis which were arises before 90s in the Indian economy. To counter the crisis, there were some policy measures both in the internal and you can say both in the domestic as well as external sector. Uh, in external sector have been adopted to counter the financial crisis, institutional crisis, uh, which aim to improve the economy of India. Right? There are some policy measures. What are those policy measures? Let's have a look. All industrial licensing was abolished except for 18 industries relating to security and strategic concern. Social sector, hazardous chemicals, regions, environmental regions and items, illicit, illicit consumption industries. Presently, only 5 industries are subject to the licensing. When liberalization take place in Indian economy, the license Raj have been abolished almost. The license and also known as permit Raj have been abolished. Only 18 industry which are kept under the compulsory license category, which later on, which reduced to only 5 industry kept in the prior approval to start these type of industries where you have to need prior approval, right? Apart from these 5 industry, almost every industries have been removed from the compulsory or prior licensing policies, right? Because license Raj or license permit Raj, you can say, you may, was the major hindrance for economic development in India, right? If any businessman or any manufacturer want to establish any manufacturing unit, they have to do lots of paperwork. They they have to run from pillar to post to get the permission and to start their venture. These unnecessary paperwork were uh, were catalyst to morale down the business sentiments or business activities of any person or individual, right? What were the 18 industry relating to which kept for the licensing were the industries related to the security and strategic concern, and the social sector, hazardous chemical which might be harmful for the society. So in these type of industries the government intervention and regulation were important. That's why uh, government, to keep on the eyes on this industry, government kept for the licensing of these industries. Environmental reason and items of elitist consumption industries, right? There are some industries which detrimentally affect the environment. As we all know that environment is the very important for the our society, because a good environment uh, produce a good mind. If there are a bad environment, it might be a natural environment, it may be other as well, which are not good for our society or a individual person or for anyone. That's why there are some industries related to social sector, hazardous chemical, security and strategic concern, industry related to environment. All these industries were kept into the government control or comes under the prior approval or licensing, which later reduced to up to the five only, with subject to licensing. Right. This was the first measure which was adopted in the liberalization policy. The second was to promote domestic and global competition. Reservation of small scale industries items are being reduced gradually since 1991. In the starting, there were some protections for the Indian economy. As we all know that Indian economy was not at a global level before globalization, before economic reform, you can say. To protect the domestic industry, Indian policymakers were reluctant to open the Indian economy for the foreign investment, because India was not old democracy; it was a new democracy. There were new industries were set up by the Indians to protect the interest of Indians and to protect the Indian industry. Indian policy makers stop the competitive firm to enter into the Indian market, right? But it was proof it was not fruitful for the industrial development, Indian industries development. Uh, so in this way, the adult industries, you can say very small scale, very new industries, were not promoting as much as it should be. It was not faced any global competition. Competition promotes efficiency. To promote domestic and global competition, reservations of small scale industry item being reduced gradually since 1990. Right. Currently, the number of items facing reservations stand only 21, a marked decline from 836 in 1996. Right. In the end of the 2010, it was remaining only 21 industry which were reserved for only Indians, where private foreign investors were not allowed to invest in this type of industry. The third measure was which was adopted in the liberalization, MRTP Act was amended to account for removal of pre-entry restrictions, concentration of economic power, threshold limits of assets in respect of dominant undertakings under MRTP companies. Subsequently, the MRTP Act has been withdrawn and MRTP Commission stand disbanded. Right. So all these things were, you can say, used to liberalize the Indian economy. This was the key measures which were adopted at the time of Indian economy, at the time of economic reform, so that it can pave the way of privatization. Right. These measures pave the way of privatization. Then only after privatization, globalization comes. To come to the point of globalization, we have to first liberalize any economy, then privatize, then globalize, right? All these 3 points which I have discussed here were paved the way to privatize the Indian economy. So this was the measure which was adopted during the economic reform in 1990s. In earlier video, I have discussed some of the points on which liberalization were liberalization policy were used, right? There were industrial regulation, foreign exchange markets, FDI norms, foreign institutional investor norms. There were many areas where liberalization policy have been adopted. And later on, their benefit were also shown, right? After the economic reform, especially after the 1995, Indian economy shows the fruits. So started shown the fruits of economic reform. There were huge amount of employment have been created, economic growth suits up, new companies and new uh, area of opportunities were coming to India and starting their business activities. These were the initial part of the liberalization, which paved the way to Indian economy to become a globalized economy. Right? There were few points left yesterday to discuss, which I want to include in this section of video. The the points were, the quantitative restrictions. In order to protect domestic industries, India was following a regime of quantitative restrictions on imports. No, there were some quantitative restrictions on imports. The amount of restrictions have been fixed by the authority. The number of product imported have been fixed by the authorities. This was encouraged through tight control over imports and by keeping the tariff very high. And indust- uh, imported products were too much costly because of high duty and tariffs. These policies reduced efficiency and competitiveness, which led to slow growth of manufacturing sector. Right? Indian industry were not able to make the product of the world level or world standard because there were no foreign competitions were faced by Indian industries in within the India because Indian industries were too much protective as compared to industries in the other part of the world. The trade policy reforms aimed at dismantling and quantitative restrictions on imports and exports, reduction of tariff rates, and removal of licensing procedures for imports. Import licensing was abolished except in case of hazardous and environmentally sensitive industries. Quantitative restrictions uh, on imports of manufactured consumer goods and agricultural products were also fully removed from April 2001. Export duties have been removed to increase the competitive position of Indian goods in the international markets. These were the instruments uh, which were adopted to liberalize the Indian economy at the time of economic reform. I think this is sufficient for the liberalization part of economic reform. For more concept and more knowledge, you can also consult some other important books which is written on the economic reforms in India. There are one books, especially not in the context of India. There are one important books which was written by Joseph Stiglitz. The name of the book is Globalization and its Discontent. This is very good book. You might read this book which is written on the globalization. Uh, you may also go through the some other research papers, notes, and the books as well to get the more update about the liberalization and its what was the impact on Indian economy. I think this is sufficient for you at this level. Thank you so much for watching this video.